Darren Leadfoot is the last guy you want drafting you on the final turn. Known for his sudden 11th-hour accelerations, Darren's one car who won't let anything or anyone stand between him and the finish line. European racer Hall Inngas migrated to the United States in the early 90s. An accomplished champion in the European circuit, he was heavily courted by a number of team owners who knew Inngas' incredible mastery of Europe's most challenging tracks. However, tragedy struck one night when Halls accidentally drove on the wrong side of the road coming home from the bowling alley. Luckily, his ego was the only thing seriously damaged, and he returned to win the Piston Cup Championship later that year. Ernie Gearson recalls the day when high-dollar sponsorships and squealing fans were still a thing of the future. He may be one of the eldest racers on the grids these days, but he's been around the track once or twice, and he's still got plenty of fire in his chambers. His friends call him Giddy Up, alluding to the humble 300-horsepower engine he started his career with all those years ago. Eugene got his start prepping race cars at a local race shop. But it didn't take long before he realized he had more nuts and bolts knowledge of racing than most of the other arrogant cars he was working on. A pickup race during lunch one day between Eugene and one of the pros showed that he had more power than he knew what to do with. With that one simple victory, Eugene garnered the attention of Wells Runabout, the owner of Team Tankcoat, and the rest is history. Some would say that leakless adult dripping pans is not a prestigious sponsor. But Claude Scruggs would disagree. He's been the number 52 yellow, black, and white for more than 2 decades, and he wears the Leakless logo with pride. His fan base might be a bit older, but thanks to the automotive boom of the late 1940s, there are a lot of them. And their enthusiasm for the sport and for Scruggs is so intense they can barely contain themselves. Number 28 Nitroade racer Aiken Axler captured the 2003 Vitaline Rookie of the Year honors in his first full season of Cup competition. He's finished 12th, 7th, and 8th in the final point standings over the past 3 years. Off the track, Axler enjoys maintaining his top racing form by exercising daily and practicing a form of meditation called tie rod. He and fellow Piston Cup racer Darrell Cartrip formed the alternative country jazz trio 3 Cycle and performed at the 2004 Piston Cup Awards ceremony. An Ivy League school may seem like an unlikely place to start in the racing world, but only a couple of years ago, Winford, Bradford, Rutherford was grill deep in physics books learning about momentum, velocity, and anything else that would give him an edge on the track. His doctor and lawyer friends at the country club thought he was crazy, but the studying paid off. Winford is now a highly respected Piston Cup racer. He uses his vast knowledge of physics to cheat the wind and outmaneuver his fellow racers, who affectionately call him the Professor. Guido and Luigi are the biggest Ferrari racing fans in Radiator Springs. Unfortunately, they're a long way from Italy. So when there's a race in town, Ferraris or not, they get out their team colors. This may be their only opportunity to show off their home pride. Al is high on life. As an endorsement billboard in the sky for the Lightyear Tire Company, proud sponsor of the Piston Cup, he loves to provide those grand images high above the track. He's just happy that his job sends him to great sporting events because he always has the best seat in the house. A high-performance executive helicopter, Rotor Turbosky, is ready at a moment's notice to get the king wherever he needs to go. He is faster, provides a smoother ride than those smaller whirlybirds, and is a proud card-carrying member of Team Dynaco. Chick Hicks is a racing veteran with a chip on his shoulder, a ruthless competitor who's cheated his way into more second-place finishes than any other car. He's been counting down the seasons to the King's retirement so that he can take over the coveted Dynaco sponsorship. But he never expected such fierce competition from hotshot rookie Lightning McQueen. In Lightning McQueen's worst nightmares, not only does Chick Hicks win the Piston Cup, but he wins over Dynaco as well. The King Strip Weathers has seen it all, from his humble beginnings on the Piston Cup circuit to the glitzy sponsorship and media attention he has today. This 7-time Piston Cup champion is the winningest race car in all of Piston Cup history. He's loved every second of his racing career, but truth be told, the king is ready for a slower pace. He's looking forward to more time with his queen, Mrs. the King. After a spectacular crash, the king looked pretty beat up. But rest assured, he was back on his tires in no time flat. When you've been racing and crashing as long as he has, you can handle a few scrapes and bruises. Bob Cutlass is a world-renowned sports announcer. He's covered every sporting event from tractor pulls to monster truck rallies, including the last 3 Olympic Games. But he's most famous for teaming up with former Piston Cup racer Darrell Cartrip to announce Piston Cup racing on the Racing Sports Network. Bob Cutlass is the voice of reason to Darrell's enthusiastic color commentary. Bob is also the host of Sunday night's TV staple, America's Funniest Sports Utility Vehicles. A Southern gentleman and ex-Piston Cup champion, DC knows what it takes to win. He's in the booth with Bob Cutlass for every major Cup event, calling the play-by-play and adding humor and personality to the commentary. But when the flag drops, he's all business. That is until he shouts his signature, "Boogity, boogity, boogity, let's go racing, boys." Racing sensation Dale Jr. has wasted no time gathering victories and creating a commanding track presence since winning Piston Cup Rookie of the Year honors in 2000. His drive and charisma have scored with fans, too. He's earned the Piston Cup Most Popular Driver award 4 years running. But when it's all said and done, he's just a shy guy who enjoys quiet time with his friends and family.